Sometimes your own actions feel like your biggest obstacle. Missed opportunities, procrastination, or choices that undermine progress aren't always random. They follow subtle, hidden patterns. Deep fears, limiting beliefs, or unresolved emotions quietly guide behavior, creating cycles that repeat without conscious awareness. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to breaking the cycle and turning self-sabotage into deliberate, empowering action. Today, we will talk about the hidden pattern behind self-sabotage. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. Understanding self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is a hidden psychological pattern where individuals unconsciously act in ways that undermine their own success, happiness, or goals. Despite conscious intentions to improve life, the mind creates behaviors, thoughts, or habits that produce failure or frustration. This pattern often appears in procrastination, chronic indecision, relationship conflicts, or inconsistent effort in career and personal goals. The paradox is that people who self-sabotage genuinely want to succeed but are blocked by subconscious fears, limiting beliefs, and unresolved emotions. The underlying mechanism involves the brain prioritizing perceived safety over progress. When a goal feels risky or exposes vulnerability, the subconscious generates behaviors that reduce perceived danger, even if it means hindering long-term success. Awareness of this hidden pattern is the first step toward breaking it, as most people are unaware that their own mind is creating obstacles. By identifying these mechanisms, we can start to replace them with intentional actions that align with conscious goals, transforming self-sabotage from a recurring trap into an opportunity for growth. 2. Fear of success and the unknown. Many acts of self-sabotage are rooted in fear. Fear of success, fear of failure, and fear of the unknown. Success often requires change, responsibility, and exposure to new challenges, which can feel threatening to the subconscious. The brain perceives this as risky and may unconsciously create behaviors that prevent forward movement. This could include procrastination, overthinking, or avoiding opportunities. Similarly, fear of failure motivates avoidance. If the mind anticipates disappointment or criticism, it may prevent action to shield against potential hurt. Paradoxically, even the anticipation of success can feel destabilizing because it changes identity, relationships, and expectations. The subconscious mind prefers familiar patterns, even if they are limiting, over unpredictable outcomes. Understanding these fears allows individuals to see self-sabotage not as laziness or incompetence, but as a protective mechanism the brain has developed to maintain comfort and safety in the face of uncertainty. 3. Limiting beliefs and internal narratives. Self-sabotage is often driven by limiting beliefs and internal narratives that distort perception of abilities and worth. Thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," "I always fail," or "I don't deserve success," are deeply ingrained and often formed during childhood or repeated negative experiences. These beliefs operate subconsciously, guiding decisions, reactions, and habits without conscious awareness. For instance, someone may procrastinate on a major project not because they lack skills, but because their brain has internalized a belief that effort will fail or be rejected. These narratives create a mental barrier, convincing the mind that avoiding action is safer than risking perceived failure. Over time, they reinforce patterns of underachievement and frustration, trapping individuals in cycles of unfulfilled potential. Challenging and reshaping these beliefs is crucial for breaking the self-sabotage pattern and aligning behaviors with conscious intentions. 4. The role of emotional avoidance. Self-sabotage often functions as a form of emotional avoidance. When pursuing goals or making changes, individuals encounter discomfort, fear, or vulnerability. To protect against these unpleasant feelings, the mind may divert attention or energy toward counterproductive behaviors. This can appear as overindulgence, distraction, unnecessary conflict, or withdrawal. While these actions reduce immediate emotional tension, they prevent growth and perpetuate long-term frustration. Emotional avoidance also strengthens the subconscious association between discomfort and threat, reinforcing self-sabotaging behaviors whenever challenges arise. Recognizing emotional avoidance as a driver of self-sabotage allows individuals to confront discomfort intentionally rather than allowing subconscious impulses to dictate outcomes. 5. Procrastination as self-sabotage. Procrastination is one of the most visible forms of self-sabotage. While it may feel like laziness or poor time management, it is often a coping mechanism to avoid discomfort, fear, or uncertainty. The brain delays tasks to protect the individual from anxiety associated with high stakes, perceived failure, or self-judgment. Ironically, procrastination often increases stress, diminishes productivity, and amplifies the very fear it was designed to avoid. Over time, it becomes habitual, creating a recurring pattern where goals are postponed, deadlines are missed, and potential is unrealized. Recognizing procrastination as a form of self-sabotage rather than a personal flaw is key to addressing it. By breaking tasks into manageable steps, creating accountability, and addressing the underlying emotional triggers, individuals can reduce procrastination and align actions with intentions. 6. Self-sabotage in relationships. Self-sabotage also manifests in personal relationships. Individuals may push others away, create unnecessary conflict, or avoid intimacy to protect against perceived rejection, disappointment, or vulnerability. This behavior can be subconscious, driven by fear of emotional exposure or repeating past patterns. Even in supportive relationships, self-sabotage can manifest as jealousy, withdrawal, or constant testing of others' loyalty, undermining connection. Understanding the underlying fears and beliefs allows individuals to take responsibility for their actions, communicate effectively, and foster healthier relational dynamics. Recognizing relational self-sabotage patterns is essential for long-term emotional satisfaction and connection. 7. The subconscious comfort zone, self-sabotage, often reflects a subconscious desire to stay within a comfort zone. Growth and change are inherently uncomfortable because they challenge familiar routines, beliefs, and identities. The brain prefers predictability and safety, so it may generate behaviors that maintain the status quo. This includes avoiding opportunities, overanalyzing decisions, or engaging in habits that reinforce familiarity. While the conscious mind may seek progress, the subconscious protects against perceived danger. 8. Breaking the cycle with awareness. Breaking self-sabotage begins with awareness. Identifying patterns, triggers, and underlying beliefs is essential to disrupt habitual behaviors. Journaling, mindfulness, and reflection help reveal subconscious motives behind procrastination, conflict, or avoidance. Once patterns are understood, individuals can experiment with new strategies, consciously responding to triggers instead of reacting automatically. Small, consistent actions that challenge limiting beliefs and fears gradually weaken the self-sabotage cycle. Accountability, support networks, and goal structuring reinforce new behaviors, helping align conscious intentions with actions. 9. Reframing fear and discomfort. A key strategy to overcome self-sabotage is reframing fear and discomfort. Instead of viewing uncertainty or challenge as a threat, recognize it as an opportunity for growth and learning. The subconscious mind interprets risk as danger, but conscious reframing changes perception, reducing automatic protective behaviors. Techniques like cognitive restructuring, visualization, and exposure to small challenges retrain the brain to tolerate discomfort while pursuing meaningful goals. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the button to subscribe.